Have you ever met someone in their 80s or even 90s who just radiates energy? Their eyes are sharp, their posture is upright, they laugh with ease, and you wonder to yourself, what's their secret? Well, here's something you might not expect. It's not just their genes. It's what they do every day, especially every morning, that sets the tone for their entire health journey. Today, I want to take you deep into something incredibly simple, yet often overlooked: your morning habits. Yes, those first 1 to 2 hours after you wake up may be quietly determining how long and how well you live. So, in this video, we're going to explore the top 5 morning habits that predict a longer, healthier life. But before we get to the list, we have to go back to a simple, overlooked truth. Let's begin with a quick story. A few years ago, I met a man named Mr. Saito. He was 73, lived alone, retired, and when we first spoke, he said something that stopped me in my tracks. I feel like I'm just waiting to die. He wasn't sick, he wasn't in pain, but every day felt the same. He woke up late, skipped breakfast, watched TV, took naps, ate convenience food, and he said the worst part was, he felt invisible. Now here's the truth. Mr. Saito is not alone. Around the world, especially in modern societies, millions of people over 50 slowly slip into unhealthy aging, not because of one big disease, but because of 1,000 tiny decisions made every single morning. Skipping hydration, no sunlight exposure, no sense of purpose, no movement, no real nourishment. And over time, these small habits become your biology. Your energy fades, your blood pressure rises, your joints get stiffer, your sleep gets lighter, your mind gets foggier, and eventually, people say, "Oh, it's just age." But here's the good news, and the reason this video exists: it's never just age, it's habit, and habits can change. Let's explore what good aging actually looks like. Scientific studies from Harvard to Tokyo University all show the same thing. The way you start your morning strongly influences your immune system, metabolism, brain clarity, and emotional stability throughout the day. One study followed over 10,000 people aged 50 to 75 for 7 years. Those who had consistent morning routines, especially involving movement, sunlight, and mindful practices, had 30% lower risk of heart disease and a significantly lower rate of cognitive decline. This is why we're not here to chase trends or expensive supplements. We're going back to the basics, the small things that actually work. So let's dive into habit number 1. This one might surprise you. Do you remember what it felt like to be thirsty as a child? Playing outside, sweating, laughing, then running into the house, grabbing a glass of cold water, and that feeling when it hit your lips. That kind of hydration joy is rare in adulthood, especially in the morning. Yet, the first thing most of us do after waking up is reach for the coffee, check our phones, and maybe rush to the bathroom. Hydration, it's an afterthought. But what if I told you that the simple act of drinking 500 ml of water right after waking up could boost your brain function by 14%, help flush out overnight toxins from your kidneys and liver, improve your metabolism, even reduce joint stiffness, why it matters more after 50. As we age, our sense of thirst weakens. We don't feel thirsty, so we drink less. This leads to mild chronic dehydration, which is linked to high blood pressure, headaches, constipation, poor concentration, increased risk of urinary tract infections. And the worst part, most people don't realize they're dehydrated until something breaks. How to build the habit, make it sacred. Here's how to transform hydration into a ritual. Before bed, set a glass or bottle of water by your bedside. This small visual cue works wonders. Upon waking, drink the full glass before anything else. No phone, no coffee, just water first. Let it be the first conversation your body has each day. Optional but powerful. Add a slice of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for minerals, especially helpful if you sweat during sleep. It's not just about the water, it's about starting your day with intentional care. Some people say, "I'm not thirsty in the morning." But hydration isn't about reacting, it's about preparing. You don't wait until your car overheats to add coolant, so don't wait until your body's exhausted to drink. Every glass of water is a quiet vote for your future self. It says, "I care, I'm here, I choose life," and when you do that first thing in the morning, you've already made your first healthy decision. Before breakfast, before email, before stress. Now imagine making 5 of those decisions each morning. What would your life look like in 1 year? Let's move to habit number 2. Stay tuned for the next part of the video, where we'll uncover a habit that only takes 5 minutes, but can reduce anxiety, sharpen your memory, and even help you sleep better at night. Habit number 2. Start your day with stillness, breath, prayer, or meditation. Let me tell you a story. A woman named Keiko, 61 years old, once shared this with me. "I used to wake up and immediately feel like I was behind. Behind on chores, behind on news, behind on life. She would open her eyes and instantly reach for her phone. Scroll, scroll, headline, bad news, more bad news. No wonder she felt anxious before she even had breakfast." Sound familiar? In today's world, the default morning is reactive. The mind is flooded before the body even moves. And for people over 50, this habit is especially dangerous because stress affects us differently as we age. The real impact of morning stress. After 50. Here's what science tells us. Cortisol, your stress hormone, is naturally highest in the morning. If you add mental chaos to that, like emails, TV news, or noisy environments, you amplify inflammation, raise blood pressure, and weaken your immune response. Long-term morning stress is now linked to memory decline, insomnia, and even higher risk of stroke. But here's the hopeful part. The human brain is like a garden. You get to decide what seeds you plant first each morning. And the most powerful seed? Stillness. What does stillness mean? It doesn't have to be complicated or religious. Stillness simply means you start your day intentionally calm. Here are 3 proven simple options. Mindful breathing, 2 to 5 minutes. Sit upright, close your eyes, inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Repeat. Let your thoughts pass like clouds. Gratitude reflection. Say out loud or write 3 things you're grateful for today. Keep it simple. My eyesight, my warm blanket, the birds outside. Prayer or spiritual connection. If you're spiritual, offer a simple prayer of thanks or intention. Not religious? Just repeat a grounding phrase like, "Today I choose peace." The benefits you'll notice. Doing this every morning, even just for a few minutes, can lower morning cortisol, improve your mood, reduce anxiety symptoms, boost memory and focus, help you sleep better at night, and perhaps most importantly, you begin your day with yourself, not the world. But I'm not a meditation person. Totally fine. You don't need to become a monk. This isn't about silence, it's about space. A little mental room before the world floods in. Even 2 minutes of quiet can reshape your nervous system over time. How to build the habit. Tie it to another routine. For example, before I drink water, I sit for 2 minutes with my eyes closed. Use a simple timer. Try a gentle alarm or bell that rings after 3 minutes. Create a space, a chair by the window, a cushion on the floor, a small candle. Let your brain associate that spot with calm. When the morning begins in peace, the day can handle storms. Even if the rest of the day is chaotic, you've already won the first 10 minutes. And the best part, people around you will feel it too. your calm becomes contagious. In the next section, we'll explore habit number 3, a tiny movement ritual that has helped people in Okinawa, Italy, and California stay mobile, pain-free, and energetic into their 90s. Habit number 3. Wake up your body with gentle movement. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really stretched your body in the morning? Not rushed, not forced, but gently, like a cat waking up in the sun. Most people over 50 wake up and go straight into the day with stiff joints, tight backs, and sluggish blood flow, and they wonder why they feel old. But if you visit places like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, home to some of the longest living people in the world, you'll notice something simple but powerful. They move gently every morning, not to burn calories, but to wake up their bodies with love. The forgotten power of morning movement. Here's what happens when you gently move your body in the morning. You increase blood flow to the brain and muscles. You lubricate your joints, which are drier with age. You balance hormones, including insulin and cortisol. You activate your lymphatic system, helping flush toxins. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of intentional movement in the morning can reduce back pain, improve digestion, boost mood, sharpen focus. This isn't about hitting the gym. This is about movement as medicine. There's a man named Daisuke, 67, from Osaka. For years, he woke up with shoulder and neck pain. He believed it was just age. But one morning, he saw a video of a 90-year-old man doing simple arm circles and joint rotations outside at sunrise. Inspired, Daisuke began doing 7 minutes of gentle movement each morning. He told me later, "I didn't just feel better physically, I felt like I had control again." That's the hidden gift of this habit. You reclaim your body before the world takes over. What kind of movement works best? Here are 3 great options, all gentle, safe, and proven. 1. Joint rotations, 5 to 7 minutes. A sequence that includes neck circles, slow and careful, shoulder rolls, arm circles, wrist rolls, hip rotations, knee bends, ankle circles. You can do this barefoot, in pajamas, next to your bed. 2. Qigong or Tai Chi, 10 minutes. These slow, flowing movements help balance energy and reduce stiffness. Even a short sequence like silk reeling or 5 animal frolics is enough. 3. Sun salutations, yoga, 3 to 5 rounds. If you have yoga experience, 2 to 3 rounds of sun salutations can warm up the entire spine and improve flexibility. Caution, avoid these mistakes. Don't overdo it. Morning movement should feel nourishing, not exhausting. Avoid fast, jerky motions. Muscles are cold when you wake up. Warm them slowly. If you feel dizzy or lightheaded, stop. Always listen to your body. How to turn it into a habit. Pair it with habit number 2. After your stillness or gratitude time, stand up and stretch. Keep it visible. Lay out a mat or set a timer with soft music. Track it for 7 days. Use a simple checklist. Each will build momentum. If you want to stay young, stay in motion. It's not the intensity, it's the consistency. A few slow circles each morning can keep your joints 10 years younger, and your spirit even lighter. And remember, movement is a form of self-respect. It says, "My body matters, I'm not giving up on it." In the next part, we'll talk about habit number 4, the most underrated but scientifically powerful habit for people over 50 to boost longevity, protect the heart, and even reduce the risk of depression. Hint, it's something you eat, but not always with your mouth. Habit number 4, feed your mind before your stomach. Let me tell you a surprising truth. What you consume each morning doesn't begin with food. It begins with what you feed your mind. In modern life, most people wake up and eat stress before breakfast. Angry news, negative headlines, financial worries, toxic social media that becomes their emotional breakfast, and guess what? It affects their digestion, immunity, and aging process. The mind-body connection is real. You might have heard the phrase, "You are what you eat," but more accurately, in the morning, you are what you think. Here's what the science says. Negative emotions early in the day, like fear, anger, or worry, trigger the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight mode. This suppresses digestion, weakens the immune system, increases inflammation, and accelerates aging. Over time, chronic negative input leads to higher risks of heart disease, stroke, and depression. So, what's the solution? Feed your mind like it's your most important organ, because it is. Simple morning mind diet, what to consume for a longer life. Just 10 minutes of intentional input can shift your entire day. Here are 3 practical mental nutrients to add to your morning. 1. Positive input, 5 to 10 minutes. Start the day with something uplifting, a page from a good book, a short podcast with wisdom, a spiritual teaching, a motivational video. Even a letter you write to yourself. Today, I will choose joy. It sets your emotional compass for the rest of the day. 2. Mental rehearsal. This is something elite athletes and long-lived elders do without even knowing. Visualize your day going well. Imagine the moments where you will stay calm, kind, confident. This helps lower cortisol and prepares your nervous system for success. 3. Avoid mental junk food early. This includes violent or chaotic news, social media comments, messages from toxic people. You don't have to ignore the world, but give yourself the first 30 to 60 minutes without noise. Create a mental bubble of clarity. What enters your mind becomes your mood, and your mood becomes your choices, and your choices become your life. Real story. The 10-minute switch that changed my energy. Mrs. Tanaka, age 58, told me something beautiful. I used to wake up and immediately scroll through the news. I always felt tired and drained. Then I made a rule. No news until 10 a.m. Instead, I read one page from a favorite book and looked out the window while sipping tea. Within 2 weeks, I felt like a new woman. Small shift, big change, because remember, you don't have to control the world, just the first hour of your day. How to build this habit: create a morning menu for the mind. Choose 2 to 3 sources that make you feel calm, hopeful, or focused. Prepare them the night before. Set a screen limit. Turn off notifications until a set time, e.g. 9 a.m. Replace, don't remove. Instead of don't check your phone, say, read this inspiring story instead. Your brain needs input. Just give it the right kind. Your first thoughts in the morning are like seeds. Plant what you want to grow. Because if you start with gratitude, focus, and calm, your heart, immune system, and even your relationships will feel it. In the final part of this video, we'll uncover habit number 5, the one habit that connects all the others and has been shown to extend life expectancy, reduce loneliness, and increase motivation, especially after age 50. Hint, it involves other people, and it might be the most important one of all. Habit number 5. Make a human connection, even a small one. Let me tell you one of the most touching stories I've ever heard. There was a 76-year-old man named Hiroshi. He lived alone in a quiet suburb outside Tokyo. His health was okay. His mind was sharp, but one day, when asked what his biggest challenge was, he answered with one word: silence. Every morning, he would sit at his table, drink tea, eat toast, alone. No conversation, no good morning, no laughter, just the ticking of the clock. And over time, something invisible began to happen. His mood sank, his energy dropped, his memory started slipping. He didn't need a new medication. He needed something far more human: connection. Why connection matters more as we age. Here's what the longest living people on Earth all have in common, whether in Japan, Italy, or Costa Rica. They don't start their mornings alone. They greet someone, share food, talk, walk together. And modern science agrees. Older adults with daily social interaction have a 40% lower risk of dementia. People with strong social ties live, on average, 7 to 10 years longer. Morning social connection boosts oxytocin, the hormone that protects the heart and lowers stress. This is why connection is not optional. It's a vital nutrient. But what if I live alone? You might be thinking, that sounds great, but I don't have anyone to talk to every morning. Here's the good news. Connection doesn't have to be big. Start small. It could be a kind message to a friend or family member, a morning walk where you wave or say, "Ohayou gozaimasu" to neighbors, a brief phone call, even writing a letter or voice note to someone you care about. The key is to activate the relational part of your brain. Even a 2-minute connection can lift your spirit for hours. Daily connection ritual, easy ways to start. Here are 3 simple ways to build this habit. 1. One message rule. Each morning, send one thoughtful message. A thank you. A photo, a memory. A thinking of you. It creates a bridge, and most of the time the response will warm your heart. 2. Morning together. Challenge. Find one person in your circle to share a short part of your morning routine with. Do a 3-minute stretch together on a video call. Share what you're grateful for over line or text, walk at the same time and send a selfie. 3. Connection corner. Create a small space in your kitchen or room where you keep reminders of your relationships. Photos. Letters, gifts, spend 2 minutes each morning just being with those memories. It's a way of saying, I'm still part of something bigger. A woman named Aiko, 62, lost her husband unexpectedly. The grief left her emotionally paralyzed. But she decided to do one small thing. Every morning, she called her sister and said, "Tell me one good thing you're looking forward to today." This ritual changed everything. It gave me a reason to wake up. It reminded me that I'm still living. The heart doesn't age when it feels connected. And that's the secret. You can eat well, exercise, even meditate, but if you start each morning in emotional isolation, your health will suffer. But if you begin the day with a human moment, no matter how small, your heart gets the message, I belong, I matter, I'm still here. Let's recap the 5 habits that silently predict a longer, healthier life, especially after 50. Hydrate with purpose. Start the day by nourishing your cells. Begin with stillness. Calm your nervous system before chaos. Move gently. Wake up your joints, muscles, and energy. Feed your mind. Choose input that lifts, not drains you. Connect. Even a 1-minute moment of love can change everything. None of these take more than 15 to 20 minutes total. But the impact, it ripples through your hormones, your heart, your mind, your life. You can't change your age, but you can change how you age, one morning at a time. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, don't rush, and don't scroll. Don't disappear into the noise. Take a moment. Breathe, stretch, drink, connect, and remember, you're building your future with what you do first. Not someday, not next year, but tomorrow morning. If this video inspired you, consider liking the video to help others discover it, subscribing for more health content made just for people over 50, commenting below. Which of these habits will you try tomorrow? Let's grow a community of people who don't just want to live long, but to live well.